I am Heidi Benjaminson, your host of Confidence Coaching, a podcast for mothers who want more connection, calm, and peace. Life isn't a spectator sport. Success comes to those who show up every day with a pocket full of courage, grit, and a little sparkle. I'm glad you're here. Hello. Welcome to episode 144, Your Desires, Likes, and Wants. How are you? I know I have many new listeners. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Although a few recent episodes and probably a few more after this don't have short YouTube videos, be sure to check out the YouTube channel with my name and see short videos with additional info to accompany each of the episodes. Subscribe so when I upload new ones, when we're in our new home, you will get them with the new episodes. Do you know what you like? Could you quickly answer what your favorite restaurant is? What's your favorite color? Your favorite place to vacation? If someone gave you $10,000 and said you had to spend it today, do you know what you'd buy? With the catch that it could only benefit you, no one else. No paying any college tuition or paying for a sports camp for your kids. Many of us in the middle of life don't know what we want. We don't know what it's like to go and do or buy things solely because it's what we desire. I think of it like a math equation. We are one variable, and as we get married, we then add another variable to our mental math. Let's say we wanted to decide where to go and eat. Luckily, my husband and I have similar tastes, but I'd often lean towards going where he would want to go. I gave his mathematical variable more value, more weight than mine. Then as I had children, they each became their own additional mathematical variable. So when we decided where to go and eat, it became a much bigger algebra equation. Each child had their own likes and dislikes. One doesn't like pizza. One rarely wanted anything other than pizza. I generally wanted to keep the kids happy, so my variable carried less and less weight, or the value, in our math equation. This is very normal, an element of being a parent. Sacrifice is involved, and I've willingly done it. It's all fine and good until the point that we no longer are a variable in the equation. And this commonly happens to women. Their likes and desires become so quiet, so subtle, almost non-existent, that when asked what they want, they no longer know. What can contribute to this numbing of our desire is a damaging narrative often thread through our culture that women who have desires, who do things because they want to, that they're bad mothers, that having desires is selfish. I hate that word selfish. When others use it in this narrative, it's used as a bad thing. Here's the big problem though, y'all. Our kids need to see us having desires. They need to see us having wants, likes. It's not a bad thing. It's emotionally healthy, and it gives our children a sense that their desires, likes, and wants are valid and worthy. They need to know that we have favorite meals, favorite colors. They need to see that we are unique individuals and that we value ourselves. If we always put ourselves in front of their needs, yes, for sure, they'd be resentful. It isn't that. They need to see that family units operate with each of us being unique, being individuals, and taking turns having our needs met. If we never voice our desires or wants, our children map that having desires is a bad thing, and they will quietly stop listening to their needs and wants. I've always loved window boxes, pretty flower window boxes on homes, colorful blooming boxes. My last home had 4 perfectly symmetrical windows on the front, just begging for Southern-inspired window boxes. I admired others for so long. Then I started researching where to buy some, what size would fit the windows, what color, would I get white or black. I'm sure I talked to my husband, who was totally on board. I then ordered the boxes and hired our handyman neighbor to install them firmly under the windows. I asked our other neighbor to help me plant something beautiful, and we did. This stands out to me because I bought these because I wanted them. No other reason. I like the beauty of the boxes. No one else was asking for them. They didn't meet anyone else's desire, just mine. And of course, they didn't hurt or cost anyone. I do believe everyone actually did like them in our family, but we got them because I wanted them, pure and simple. Each time I would drive up to the house, I'd remind myself, I wanted them and I got them. It was fun then to research what colors and types of flowers would bloom in the New England springs and summers. For decades, it had been easy to remove my likes, my variable, from the mental math I would do. I just didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't think that this was healthy for my sons or daughter to see. It requires confidence for us to stand up for what we desire. We have to know that even if others do not respect or value what we like, we do, and that's enough. Every time that we quiet that inner voice, that inner desire that knows there's room in the mental equation for our own likes, each time we do that, we kill off a sense of who we are, of our identity. That losing of ourselves is so common, and I see how it happens. But if we lose too much, though, we don't know who we are without our children. We don't know what we want or like when no one else is around to make sure their desires are known. When they inevitably leave for college or just life, we don't know the person we're left with. Equally hard because we've muted the inner voice. Y'all, make room for that inner voice. In each decision you make, especially the small ones, practice choosing what you want, not in a way to flaunt in front of your family members like a toddler getting their way. In a subtle and anchored way, showing yourself that you matter. After living outside Boston for 27 years, last summer, we moved down to South Carolina. For many, this move was a surprise. Everybody would ask, why are you moving? The easy answer, and the one that everyone's most comfortable with, is that my husband was recruited to a job down here, which definitely made it easy to quickly make the move. But another and almost more valuable and more worthy reason was this: we wanted to. We had looked at a map of the East Coast of the U.S. several years ago. We had mapped out our children's ages, grades in school, when would be the least disruptive, when we could set our intentions to make it possible to move to this area. It met many other desires we have. So when the right opportunity came, we recognized it. We hadn't quieted the voice, the inner desires. We knew the right time to make the move, honoring our desires, our likes, our wants for our future. It's just that saying, well, we wanted to move, it isn't what people want to hear. And it wasn't to say we didn't want to be where we were. We could love Boston and know we needed to move. Both were true. We aren't accustomed to people wanting something just because, then taking action to do that thing just because. I want us to change this. Not that we do it at the expense of everyone around us. We've sacrificed to make sure this move is as smooth as possible for our daughter changing high schools. But it's almost like the world wants us to think it's either or. Either our family or loved ones are happy, or get what they want, or we do. What if both are possible? So two things have to happen. We have to learn how to look inward, determine what we want. Then second, we need to learn to have our voice, to say with confidence what we would like. We need the courage to speak our needs and follow through. How many times do people in a group say, oh, where does everyone want to go to eat? Most times women will demurely say, oh, I'm happy to go where you want to go. Teenagers, they haven't learned this yet. They know where they want to go, and they tell you. There's something about this knowing that we need to get back to in the middle of our life. Okay, not in the in-your-faceness of teenagers, just the knowing what we like. Having the confidence to say, let's go to Italian, or let's try that new crepe cafe, or say, I'd rather not do sushi tonight. I challenge you to stand in a checkout line and mentally decide what your favorite candy bar is, not your husband's or your children's, although it's awesome that you know theirs and of course would buy theirs. But what is yours? Would you choose a lake or an ocean vacation if you were guaranteed everyone would have a good time with your choice? My daughter is choosing new bedding for her room. I'm practicing letting her style, her desires, her wants be just right. I'm only giving my opinion to guide her after she stated what she wants. And let's just say we don't always like the same, but I want her to be herself. I want her to see her desires, likes, and wants are respected, are valuable, and it's okay that they're different from mine or even from the world. If your desires have been quieted or beaten out of you by children with their needs, with wanting them to be happy, start slowly. Start with the candy bar, like I mentioned. Try to carve out time each day to read something only you like. Find a new author. Find a new show on Netflix. Drive down a new street because you've wanted to see where it went. Start a Pinterest board of things you love that make you happy, that you like solely because they make you smile. Make time to talk to an old friend because you want to. Go for a walk because your body wants to move. Listen to music you like and only you like while on the walk. Find ways to get what you want while also meeting the needs of those around you. Both are possible. Practice using your voice. It may be kind of squeaky, it may be quiet, but it's there. Confidence is speaking it and not knowing how it will be heard or received. Ironically, though, those around us feel safer. They feel more secure when they can see that we can meet our needs and we aren't dependent on them. A family's emotional health is lopsided if the child's needs are the only ones met. This does not give them security. They map that they're responsible to choose what will make everyone happy. That's an emotionally unhealthy burden. Let's model that we know our desires, we know our wants, we can meet them, and we can respect and help meet the needs of those around us. That's it for this week. If you would like personalized weekly private one-on-one coaching to uncover, listen to, and confidently speak your desires and needs, sign up for a free consult call at HeidiBenjaminson.com. A confident mother is the greatest gift to her family, not a perfect mother. Our families want us to feel confident, anchored, and calm. I can help you uncover this version of yourself. Have a great week.